It's about to start. My camera is not focusing. Focus. Yes.
Roll the other clip.
I got to announce that I'm having a little boy. There's a tiny little penis in there. You know, pregnancy is the most beautiful, magical, wonderful thing in the whole world. To everyone who isn't pregnant, I am so miserable. I'm throwing up, I'm nauseous all the time, I'm so moody, I'm constipated, and I've been to the doctor, I've seen this baby, he's down here. So then what's all this? People come up to me and they want to rub my tummy and they're like, oh, how sweet a little baby. And I'm like, that's not a baby, I haven't pooped in 2 weeks. But keep rubbing, maybe it'll help. Now, I'm really excited to meet this little guy. I can't wait to have him, but I'm going to admit something to you. I am so nervous to have him. I'm so nervous. But I'm not nervous for the reasons you guys might think. I'm not nervous because I have to go through childbirth and all of my parts are going to rip. I'm not nervous because I'm going to be responsible for a little human being. I'm nervous because this kid is going to have my genes and I looked like this when I was a baby. That's not Photoshop, that's my face. And I know what you're thinking, oh, everyone takes a bad picture. Oh no, not me. I was a hideous baby. This is also me as a baby. Yeah. And this is me as a baby. And my personal favorite, this is me as a baby. So no, it wasn't a bad picture. I was a very ugly baby. And for those of you who think, oh, well, it gets better, you just went through an awkward phase, you must be forgetting that this is what I do for a living. No, it doesn't get better. And if he looks anything like me, I'm going to be like, put him back. Just kidding. I'll let him. He has to get used to hate, though, because his mother is one of the most hated people on the planet. Being an internet person and being Miranda Sings means I get a lot of hate, which is really fun. Are there any parents here tonight? Kevin! You guys hate me the most? I laugh because it's true. You know, moms especially, really don't have a liking for me. They don't like me too much. And I don't know why, but you don't like me so much that you have a hard time complimenting me when you meet me. I think you guys think this is a nice thing to say, but most moms come up to me and they say, I don't know why my kid likes you. Thank you. One mom in the room. Don't worry though. If you're a parent and you feel like you were dragged to the show tonight, you were. But also, don't worry, because I try really hard to make my show enjoyable for everybody. This isn't just a kid show. Of course there are jokes for the kids tonight, but there are also lots of jokes that are a little bit inappropriate, a little more mature. They will go over the kids' heads. No offense to you kids, but you guys are dumb, so they'll go over the heads. And the parents will have something to laugh at, so don't worry. But I do get a lot of hate from the moms. There was this one time I'll never forget. I was at a mall, and this girl came up to me. She watched my videos, and she was so sweet. I was so excited to meet her. But her mom was standing like 2 feet from us, and she looked so pissed. So I went up to her and I introduced myself, and she goes, "Oh, I know who you are. If I have to hear your voice in my house one more time, I swear to God." And I was like, "Thank you." But don't worry, you guys don't hate me the most. The people who hate me the most are the people in my own industry. People in Hollywood do not like YouTubers. They hate us. And they like to tell us that. And one time I was doing an interview with this guy, and at the end of the interview, he said, "You know, I interview a lot of comedians. Is there a reason why they're funny and you're not?" True story, he said that to me. And in my head, I was like, "Was there a reason why you're a dick?" But I didn't say that. Because there are kids here. I said something even better. He said, "Is there a reason why comedians are funny and you're not?" And I said, "Thank you." I'm not very good at responding to hate, but I'm a little bit better at responding to hate when I can hide behind my camera like a coward. So I'm going to sing a song for you guys right now, which is a song I wrote on the hate mail that I get, if that's cool. Okay, I was gonna sing it anyway, so thanks for cheering and not making it awkward. So this song, all of the lyrics to this song are hate comments that I have received, every single lyric. So technically I didn't really write this song, the haters wrote it. But as you can imagine, since these are hate comments, there's a lot of bad words and some inappropriate language in here. So to all of the mothers that I'm about to offend, thank you. Why are you a YouTuber? I'm not a hater, I just hate your kids and your voice. You look uglier than my ass. No voice. Does she have cancer? Because I don't make fun of her if she does. She's so effing annoying. Your clothes are so ugly, maybe you need to go into a model class. Your clothes look like pajamas. You don't know what you're wearing. We look to you, you look back to me. Roses are red, violets are blue. Corn of a snap, we found you. Her faces are red, so sad. Nice funky forehead, oh, tell me stupid. I had to you with compassion, not loud. Her face guarantees she meant for makeup. She has you. I'm pretty sure her vagina smells like cat food. Thank you. I feel that I'm hurt, or I'm feeling abused, but I'm not getting paid from your comments and views. So before you go insulting people, maybe learn how to spell. Dum da dum, you sound so dumb. Dum dum, you sound so dumb. Police vouchers, college roads are pissing me off. I don't know, I hate them so much. 3-year-olds. Watching this. She looks fat, looks so pretty. I think she might be too. You remind me of a raisin because you have wrinkles and everyone hates you. You look like Miranda, you look like Miranda. Are you Miranda? Are you Amanda? Are you Miranda? Are you a marinade names? No offense. You know, I'm not a marinade, so I'll take it. It might be that I'm hurt or I'm feeling abused, but I'm not. I'm getting paid from your comments and views. So keep the comments coming, but here's some help before you go insulting people. Maybe learn how to spell. Dum da dum, you sound so dumb, dum dum. You sound so dumb. Everybody, dum da dum, you sound so dumb, dum dum. You sound so dumb. One more time, dum da dum, you sound so dumb, dum dum. You sound so dumb. Some of the hate comments that I receive, but I actually get hate videos too. This is a new thing I didn't know I got. But there are hundreds of videos online that are titled, "I Hate Miranda Sins," and they're just people talking about how much they hate me. So I want to share with you guys some of my favorites. So this first one I want to share is a girl who just had too much to say, but when she does speak, it's very important, so please pay attention. Miranda sings. diagnoses me with something I didn't know I had. So let's take a look.
Miranda sings, if you're watching this and you suck at singing, and you say, don't be poor, well, guess what? We can do whatever we want. So either she has ADHD, or she freaking has stupid disease. So you're welcome.
I love that she tells me she can do porn if she wants to. This next girl, this video is my favorite video on the internet. I think it is comedy gold. Let's take a look.
I'm gonna say something about Miranda singing. She's stupid. Miranda sings, if you're watching this right now, I don't care. And Miranda feel like, I don't care about you. Don't even say a word to me. Don't say anything. I don't care. If you guys can read that, I think Miranda sings, I do.
We're going to pause it really quick because I want you guys to pay attention very closely. You're about to find out why this is the best video on the internet. This little girl is talking about how much she hates me, and now she's going to turn that piece of paper around and read to us what's on the other side. Let's take a look.
So, promise to. The change, I will stand up for what is right, and the bullying will begin with me. So, if you guys would like to stop bullying things, please. So, one more time.
That's so good. Now, normally, I get so much hate like this, and I just let it roll off my shoulders. It really doesn't bother me too much. But every once in a while, there's just one comment that gets to me. And especially now that I'm pregnant, I am super emotional. So that's been happening more often than it used to. But this happened to me recently. I got upset about a comment. And so I did something to make myself feel better that I know you all have done, so you cannot shame me when I tell you what I did. But I Googled myself. See, I thought if I Googled myself, I would feel better, because then all the cool things I've been able to do in my life because of you guys would pop up, and then I'd feel great, but that's not what happened. What happened was, I noticed these words in bold pop up. These are the most frequently searched things on Google. So Google is suggesting that you search for them too, because everyone else is. So I thought I'd play with this, and I typed in, is Colleen Ballinger, thinking it would be something wonderful that everyone was searching about me. But the most frequently searched thing on Google when you type in, is Colleen Ballinger, is dead. So that did not make me feel better, so I tried something else. I typed in, did Colleen Ballinger, and the most frequently searched thing on Google when you type in, did Colleen Ballinger, is die. So I tried something a little bit more obscure. I tried out, where was Colleen Ballinger, thinking there is no way that this could be about me dying. Well, I was wrong, because it was buried. Thank you for that. So Googling myself did not make me feel better. So I did something that I've been doing since I was a little girl. I wrote in my journal about my feelings. I've been doing this forever, and it's actually what inspired me to write my new book, my diary, written by Miranda. Thank you, Miranda. Thank you. Thanks for bringing it. Oh, you guys are awesome. Thanks for getting it. Yes, so this book, it just came out, is Miranda sings diaries from her whole life duct taped together. And it was completely inspired by my actual diaries, except my diaries were worse than Miranda's. And so I thought, to celebrate my diary coming out, I would read to you guys some of the most embarrassing pages from my childhood diaries. These are all real, and they're all mortifying. So the first thing I want to show you is a drawing that I did. I used to draw a lot in my journals, and I was very dramatic. So this is around, I was age like 12-ish when I did this. So here you go, is the first thing. Oh God. So it says, what's wrong with me? And I drew myself on the road to nowhere. So it gets worse. Later I drew another picture, equally as dramatic. And here it is. It says, when you sleep, the bad stuff goes away, but how long can you sleep? Now, I want you guys to see what this person looked like who's writing these things, this emo, dramatic little girl. So this is a photo of me during this time in my life. This is a girl writing this stuff. Now I want to read to you some of my favorite entries into these diaries. All right, so here we go. This first one says, Dear Marcia, I never called my diary, by the way. I always gave it a name. I think I thought it would make me feel like I had friends. So I said, Dear Marcia, I don't write because I have been very busy. I most likely will only write when I'm having problems or puberty, or I'm just bored from now on, so don't expect many letters. Good night, love, Colleen. Well, I did write when I went through puberty, and I want to show you some of those pages. Here we go. Personal note, my boobs are popping out and they are killing me. And I drew a picture, so in case you want to know what that looks like. So, puberty did not do me well. I had a rough time in puberty, and you'll see on this next page what I'm talking about. Hate, times a million. This is my feelings towards life. Lava lamps are really cool. Colleen Ballinger. Now, as I was going through these pages trying to find stuff to read to you guys, I came across a page that was so embarrassing, so horrible, that I can't even read it out loud. That's how embarrassing this thing is. So I need to have my best friend read the page for me. Welcome to the stage, my best friend, Corey is my best friend, and we met doing theater, and we are very obsessed with like bad theater and bad monologues. It's something we do all the time together. So I'm going to have him read this horrifying page of my diary as a bad monologue for you guys. But before he does, I just want you to know that this is no ordinary journal. This is my prayer journal. So these are my thoughts to God. Enjoy.
I'm quiet right now. I keep getting these dirty looks from this girl. Miranda. At the last prayer circle, she asked for us to pray for her grandma. But if she keeps on giving me these dirty looks, I am not going to pray for her. Sorry, Satan got one right there. Anyways, in other news, let's talk about boys. Or lack thereof. Am I a mutant or something? Why can't I get a boyfriend? Good times. Not really.
So mortifying that I can't read to you from that journal anymore. But that's okay, because there's one more journal I want to read to you guys from, and it's my favorite journal from my childhood, and it is the poop journal. Now, unfortunately, it is exactly what it sounds like. My mom has 4 kids, 2 daughters, and she really wanted to have a close relationship with us, but she was finding it hard for us to open up about our feelings and talk to her. So she had this brilliant idea to put a diary in the bathroom so that whenever we were sitting there in one place doing that, we could write to her about our feelings. She thought this would be a great way for us to bond. But as you can imagine, her idea totally backfired. So I'm going to read to you some of my favorite pages from the poop diary. So, the first person to write in this was my mother, of course. She wrote to me and she said, "How's choir going?" She was hoping I would open up to her about the kids in choir and how I was feeling. And this is what I said. "Fine, I have diarrhea again. Every time I eat cheese, I have arrow 2 diarrhea." My mom's brilliant idea backfired a little bit, but she did not give up. She knew this poop diary would work with her daughters. So she kept writing in it every day to us. And here's another one of my favorite pages. This is me. I started out. I say, that turkey stuff you made for your diet dinner smelled better than it tastes. And she said, yes, it did. And then I said, I have diarrhea. My mother's brilliant idea did not work out too well. You put a diary next to a place where you poop. That's what you're going to talk about when you're kids. So that's what happened. So it didn't really work. But you know what? Actually, my mom and I are really close now. She's one of my best friends. So maybe it did work. Moms, try to poop diary. See if it works with your kids. My mom, by the way, still has this in her bathroom. I am not kidding you. And this is something I thought was normal until I was about 16 or 17. I go to my friend's house and be like, where's the journal? Like, what am I supposed to do while I'm sitting here? But my mom still has this in her bathroom. Every time I go home, there's a little note sitting by the toilet. It's like, I love you, sweetie. I'm so happy you're home. And I'm like, I know what you were doing when you wrote that. Speaking of diarrhea, I'm sure you guys are all really excited to see Miranda. Let me see if she's ready. She's not, so I'm going to do another song. And maybe if I sing this, Miranda will come out to play. I am a musical theater nerd at heart. Yes, one other person. I love theater. So when I first started doing Miranda shows, the entire show was Broadway music. It was all musical theater stuff. So I can't get rid of all the musical theater stuff in my show. That's why I keep this one in. It's just stuck in my heart. So I hope you like it. This is Defying Gravity.
To go back to sleep.
is true. I am the next Virgin Mary, folks. I am the Virgin Miranda. But you know what? When I announced this all over my YouTube, everyone was getting so offended by it. They were offended by me saying that I was the next Virgin Mary. Look at these comments. I'm offended. This video offended me. Ew, you're pregnant on it. Ridiculous. But you know what I realized? People would be offended whether I was pregnant on it or not. Because everybody gets offended by everything these days. It's so freaking annoying. You can't do anything without taking someone off. Listen, I can't even post an Instagram picture without offending somebody. Look at these. This picture offended the vegans. This picture offended the mothers. This picture offended everyone. Can't do anything without offending someone. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
But then I realized I was doing something wrong. There's 2 magic words you can say, and that means you can get away with absolutely anything in the whole world. You can say the most offensive thing in the world as long as you say no offense afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Yes, exactly. So I want to show you guys what I'm talking about right now. Hit it! Listen up, little tots. You're about to be able to say whatever you want, and not have to suffer the consequences of it. Here we go. Feel like you're offending everyone these days. Feel like you're losing friends no matter what you say. There's a way to say offensive things and not look bad. Just say these 2 little words and no one's allowed to be mad. Hope you get a paper cut. No offense. Even your grandma thinks you suck. No offense. Facebook's acting like your butt. No offense. Next probably saying it's your favorite font. No offense.
Yeah.
See? That's all you gotta do. You just say no offense. You can get away with anything. It's really easy. However, even though people aren't offended by me, I'm getting offended by people. Because everyone's saying that because I'm pregnant, I had to do the nasty to get pregnant. I had to do porn, which I would never freaking do because I'm a good girl. And I want to prove it to you guys right now. So, excuse me. It's the baby. So listen. What's the #1 type of porn there is out there? Porn-style dancing. I see you kids are going out to the clubs and doing the twerks and the booty shakes. It's disgusting. I don't want to see any porny dancing. So the only type of dancing anyone should be allowed to do is my type of dancing. So to prove I wouldn't do the porn, I'm going to do it right now. Hit it! If you know what I want to see, do it. That's right. Get up out of the seat. Here we go. We're going to do the Miranda, everybody. I see you. Here we go. Hey, you over there with the party hat. I know what you need. Hey, you there on the camel toe. Come and just follow me. And you stand in here and me in my ear. You're wrong on my clothes. So cover your back, just the rest. Here is how it goes. Put your legs up high, put your neighbor in the eye. Keep the roof over the sky. Wipe it till it's dry, then twerk like me. That's what makes it sweaty. This is easy as can be, so follow me. Let's do it again. Do the Miranda. Do the Miranda. Do the Miranda. So lots of you knew how to do the Miranda. So a lot of you not participating mothers. So congratulations, you will never get a boyfriend. Thanks. No dancing porny. That's the only type of dance you can do. And unfortunately for us, that's not the only type of porn there is in the world. And as the Virgin Blessed Holy Miranda, I need to get rid of it. So I will need 2 volunteers for this next thing right now. So, Riley here is wearing a nice button-up shirt all the way to the tippity top, nice long sleeves, pants that go all the way down to the floor. This is very nice, very conservative. This is a perfect example of not porn. This is porn. Look, her shorts are so short and tight, we can almost see all the creases and crevices. And the top goes so low, we can see the chesticle crack. This is a perfect example of a porn-style outfit. And what's your name? Danielle. Exactly. We all know a Danielle. So we have porn, not porn, porn, not porn. Do not fret, Danielle, I'm gonna help you out. All right, but you look amazing. You did such a good job. Give a round of applause, everybody. Smartest is hardest, kids. I am the Virgin Miranda. I can't be having my Miranders running around dressed porny. So I need to stop this from happening. Lucky for you, I assumed there'd be a Danielle at the show. So hold on a second. I brought something with me called the stretchy solution to porn. So what you do when you see someone dressed porn, you just put a stretchy solution on them. And then you just... I think I overestimated the length of your neck, so I don't know that this will work. But that's okay, because I always have a plan B, little tots. So the only thing we can do in a situation where someone is dressed this freaking porny, I need all your help. All we can do is pray for them. So keep praying your prayers. Give a round of applause. Good job.
I'm glad. Yeah.
Listen, I can't be having you guys dress pornish. I am the Virgin Holy Miranda. So look to your left, look to your right, see if anybody's dressed porn right now. Put a hand on them and pray for them. They need you.
None of us. We're one.
Don't just put a hand on her dad. Anyways, now that I've proved to you I would never participate in the porns, you know, I just proved I am the Virgin Miranda. But you know what? The Virgin Mary from the Bible had something that I don't have yet, and I need it if I'm going to be the Virgin Miranda. She had a Joseph, a father to her child. That's what I need. So, where my babies at? I'm about to bring it to you. Sing along, give your lights. All right, here we go. Every time I look around, all we ever see is people getting killed. They want to look at me. I'm telling them if you show me in the doing too. People in the building, I'm a people do. Got a lot more for every I'm pulling out. Sorry, not sorry, I'm just a superstar. Got a lot to make you wonder how it is. Take a little listen, and I'm not a bit for you. Hey, where my babies at? I got so many babies. I'll teach you how to get one too. Where my babies at in the house? So many babies. So many, yes, it's true. I do need to find a father to this kid. It's time. I'm already 4 months freaking pregnant at this point. So it's time I find a daddy to this baby. So...
Hey, Miranda.
What are you doing here? I haven't seen you in like 4 months.
I thought maybe use some protection.
It's a little late for that. Besides, you know we can't be together. Netflix owns the rights to you. The show's canceled, so I could get sued. So please, go away. I don't want to get sued. Thank you. Go away. Go, Patrick. Go away. Stop it! Don't you boo me. I didn't cancel the show. I can't eat this, so who wants this? think I'm just on tour. That's why I stopped here in Ohio. But no. I know Ohio is the best place to find a mate. So who wants to be my mate tonight? Whoa. Stop. Are you freaking kidding me? Slow beats. See, lots of girls raising their hands. I'm not Lebanese. Boys, please. How about in the hat up there, and the glasses, and the black shirt? Whoa, he's spazzing out. Come on up, please. And one more. Let's see. How about there's so many good options out there. How about there's a boy in a white shirt up there. I see you up there. Come on up. This little one, come in. Yeah, come on. Hi, come on over. Hi. What's your name?
Jansen.
Jansen. Oh, hey, what's up? Oh, whoa. Hey. Oh, dance. Where are you from?
Chillicothe, Ohio.
Wow. I've always wanted to go to Spain. Nice to meet you. Hi, what's your name?
Brian.
Brian. I love your face hairs. Where are you from?
Delaware.
Delaware. Good talk. Okay. Oh, hello. You're much shorter up close in person. What's your name?
Galen.
Galen? Galen. I just said I'm not Lebanese. Dalen? Yes, Dalen. Where are you from, Dalen?
Hilliard, Ohio.
What is it?
Hilliard, Ohio.
Hilliard. Oh, that sounds like a disease. We have 3 men on stage right now. Only one can be the father to my unborn child. But you know what? I need to see which one of these guys could do the task of being the father to a holy child. Once you date me, you are going to become very famous. So I need to see if you can handle the responsibility of being a famous person. So I'm going to make each one of us turn into a celebrity couple. And whoever can handle it the best, whoever I have the most chemistry with, will become my base. So all you boys have to do is stay right where you are. I will come to you. All right, so let me just get ready really quickly. Come on. Hit it! Tale as old as time, true as it can be, barely even breaks, then somebody makes beauty and none. Summer loving, happy all blackness. Summer loving, happy so fast. Met a boy, crazy for me. Met a boy, he was feeling. Summer dream, grand and nothing. But what? There's so much chemistry on stage right now. Now, like I said, I can only pick one of these babes to be the father to my unborn child. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get out something called the pedometer, also known as the daddy-o-meter. When I put the daddy-o-meter over their heads, child. I can handle it. Because I've been training for this position as the Holy Virgin Miranda my whole life, and I didn't even know it. I was born holy. I was born ready for this. Even as a wee little tot, I was preparing myself to become a biblical figure. Look at these. I have pictures of myself from when I was a little tiny kid, dressing up like every famous biblical character that has ever been in the Bible. Look at this. Here's me as an angel. Me as Moses. Me as Mother Mary. Me as the prostitute. I've been playing famous Bible characters my whole freaking life. And look at this picture here. That's me with a circle around her. That little girl's me. Putting on a play in the backyard with some neighborhood friends. But this year, what play did we put on? The crucifixion of Jesus Christ. Can't get more biblical than that. There's the cross up there. You can see the nails on it. We're about to kill that little boy, and I'm really ticked off about it. I didn't get the lead role, so I kicked everyone out so that I could play Jesus. And this is right before I crucified myself. Next. Oh, this is a perfect example of what it was like for me as a little child, having compassion. When you become a holy biblical character, you have to have compassion for not only people, but animals. And here you see me playing with my favorite pet I ever even had, right there, Charlie the fly. My best friend. Next. Oh, this is me doing some charity work. As you can see, I'm hanging out with this girl right here who has terrible bangs. What a charity no one is. This next picture, you'll see me doing more charity work. I'm singing for complete strangers right there. You can see me. And they love it. This guy on the end, he's like, yes. Now, speaking of boys, I've always been adored by the men. Look at this picture here. You can see. As I got older, started to go through something like called puberty. Boys start tantalizing after me. These boys want to be with me so bad they can't even keep their shirts on. So, these are my cousins. You know, growing up, because I had such good training in biblical peoples and things like that, it really trained me to become this Holy Virgin Miranda. I got to do so many amazing things in my life. I got to do my 2 books, my Netflix show, my YouTube channel, all these types of things. And the reason is because I had so much confidence. That's what's led me to become the Virgin Miranda. And a lot of my friends ask me, oh, how can I be confident like you? Well, it's actually